Yeah, okay, this looks good. Next video over there. Edit this to that. That looks good. Okay, this should get their backs up. Another good one. That's odd. Kind of late. Who's at the... Let's go see.
Do we make ourselves clear, Mr. Write this? You're not to write another bad review about Honda. Understood? Not now, not tomorrow, not ever again. Or there'll be consequences.
It's not that easy to shut me up. So, welcome back. I'm free, and Honda finally released 2 new bikes that everybody seems to be asking for. Now, although this review is a little late.
Oh, no, my man, we've already started.
You do know we had to say something about Honda's 2 new bikes, the Transalp and the CL 500 Scrambler. Honda chose ICMA 2022 to launch both of these bikes in a rather large, massive display, apparently the largest one there. But the real star of the show was the Transalp, alongside the CL 500 Scrambler. Now, I'm sure most of you have seen all the specs by now and the reviews, good and bad, but no one has yet driven the bike, so that's still to come sooner or later in spring, and we can all watch the channels drive while we here in Canada sit in our garage under snow. But anyways, back to the Transalp. It's interesting that they went this route and made a smaller step between the Rally 300 and the huge Africa Twin finally. But you have to wonder, what about the CX500 being overlooked as an adventure bike, even though it was in that class? The main complaint seemed to be about horsepower, but the size was nice. So this new model, another use for the motor and frame from Honda, see my other Hornet review, where they build several bikes out of one design and just change a few things to make it fit, so to speak. That way Goldilocks can have all the porridge. The competitors in that size of market of dual sport class also introduced some new models as well. Suzuki brought out a bigger new parallel twin that's heavier and less power than the Honda 750, but it kept the old name V-Strom. I guess P-Strom sounded bad and T-Strom is not too really aggressive. But hey, it's their first new bikes in a long while. And of course Yamaha's Tenere 700 has been out in the market a while. And apparently you can still get a brand new 2021 here in Canada. I guess there's a serious amount of brand loyalty out there still. The other new bike from Honda, the CX500 Scrambler, is a rework of the Rebel 500. It should be coming to Canada in 2 sizes, the 300 and the 500cc, I've been told. But what's interesting here is the video that Honda used and the fact that they have a filmmaker editing and shooting on 16mm actual film, like the old days. Who does that anymore? The younger riders today, who they're obviously trying to target, won't even know what that stuff is hanging on the wall that he cuts and tapes back together. As far as the bike goes, they claim to have used computer-aided design, changing the steering head angle and straightening out the subframe tube to give it that cool retro flat seat look. New bars, of course, and a massive new high tailpipe that I hope has good heat shielding and it won't become a bun toaster in those 30-degree days in traffic. You know what I mean? Oh, and a few new models were introduced at the show as well by other manufacturers. They were mostly blondes and brunettes. The bike shows. Speaking of shows, it's interesting that this is Europe's largest show, but attendance was way down, as you can see by the numbers. And being the first open show, it's a wonder why people didn't make it. Because I wonder if we're seeing a new trend. As last year, the MIS in the US quietly canceled all the shows for 2022, all of them, after 40 years of running them. And I didn't hear a single peep or complaint. The year before, due to COVID, they had attempted to make all their shows outdoor, but that can be extremely weather dependent. And for early November release dates, Buffalo really couldn't have a show right about now. And for show news closer to home, it's coming down to the wire, with the MMIC here in Canada canceling 3 out of 5 of the shows for 2023, citing logistic and supply issues causing the cancellations. Only Toronto and Montreal are still holding on. But what some other YouTube channels noticed is now there's enough information on YouTube and social media that the customers are getting enough information to make their decision before they actually see the vehicles and they go to the showrooms instead. What does all this do? What will happen? Well, the first thing, the manufacturers will save a ton of money not doing the shows. And being away for 3 years has already saved them a lot of money. But yes, Honda did spend quite a bit on the displays at EICMA. But I wonder with the poor attendance figures, if they will just stick to social media for a while and develop, say, their own channels with guest stars and guest riders and get the word out there, all for us, the buyers and the riders. But what do you think? Or would you still like to try the porridge before you settle on one? Let me know in the comments below. You still going to go to the shows, see the friends and hang out? Or are you happy with the reviews you're seeing? Let me know. Ride safe out there, as long as there's not 6 feet of snow.